You're on.
Hey everybody, it's Terry, Quest Native America's Church. So we wanted to do a video for you all going over the Sananga because we've had several questions about it, and we've got videos for pretty much everything else. A video for this would be good too. Now I apologize, I've already got some in a little dropper. I don't have the bottle to show you that we ship them to you in. But I do want to tell you about them and kind of let you see as best I can, what it would be like to do them for those of you who don't know. Sananga is an eye drop. It is made from a potato bush. It contains Ibogain alkaloids. The whole reason for the use of Sananga is because it helps to crispen your vision, sharpen your vision. It will help thoroughly cleanse and lubricate your eyeballs. It makes everything crisper, clearer. It has been shown in the limited medical studies that have been done on it here in the States to actually help improve your vision and to help with the prevention, reversal of macular degeneration. It also helps if you have an astigmatism. People who suffer from dry eye have found relief through the Sananga drops. When it is used both by itself and in combination with an ayahuasca ceremony, it helps to relieve little pockets of repressed emotion. It'll help just kind of bubble them up to the surface so that they can just kind of dissipate. In your journey, they will help intensify the visuals. Now, these are non-psychedelic, okay? So you're not gonna put them in your eyes and start seeing crazy things. They are not a drug. They are perfectly legal in all 50 states, and they really do work wonders for your eye health. We have a gentleman who had surgery to help kind of reverse the effects of macular degeneration. And he was telling us that when he would go down in his basement, he would have to turn on all the lights because even though he'd had the surgery, he still had to turn on all the lights because he had issues with depth perception and shadows. So he started using the Sananga. He used it every day for 6 months. And then when he went back to his eye doctor, they were amazed at, just how well his vision was. And they even had to go in and reduce the strength of the prescription in his eyeglasses. Now, some of you may be going, okay, big deal, your vision kind of fluctuates anyway. Well, it is a kind of big deal because this gentleman is in his 50s. And as everybody already knows, once you get past 40, the only thing that decreases are your patience and your hormones. So, that's really kind of a big deal for somebody to have that kind of a reaction. Yes, they are safe to use every day. However, what we recommend when you're using them is if you're going to use them, say, every day for 2 weeks, then take a week off. And then use them every day for 2 weeks and then take a week off. And the reason we tell you this is because you will start to notice that you're not as sensitive to the drops. So, if you use them every day for, say, 30 days, you're going to acclimate to the sting that you feel when they go in. And you may not even notice it, so then you're going to think, oh, well, the drops aren't any good anymore, and you'll throw them away. When, in fact, they are still good. You've just got to kind of take a break from them, give your eyes a break. And then when you do them again, you'll notice that they are still active. Lifespan on them, it varies. Generally 4 to 6 weeks. You want to keep them in a cool, dark spot. Keep them in a refrigerator if you don't have to worry about kids. But they're, you don't have to worry about them tripping up a drug test or anything like that. So when you use them, the one thing that kind of catches everybody, and I'll tell you now, I can give you the most accurate description I can think of, and you're still not going to wrap your mind around it until you use them. When they first go in, they are going to sting. I equate it to like if you got bleach or lemon juice or something in your eye. Paige, the young lady that works with us, came up with another beautiful one, you know, like when you poke your eye with a mascara wand. It does sting, but the sting is as bad as it is going to be when they very first go in, okay? The worst part of the sting is only going to last about 30 or 45 seconds, and from there it's going to quickly dissipate. All in all, the experience is generally completely over with within about 5 minutes. The stinging is usually completely gone within about 3. And then for a couple of minutes after, you know, you may feel, your eyes will feel kind of like if you've spent too much time in a swimming pool. But once that is gone, your eyes are going to feel better than they have ever felt before. And what you want to do is, if you have somebody that can put them in your eyes for you, that's great. If not, the same rules are going to apply. What you're going to do is you're going to want to put your head back. You're going to want to keep your eyes closed. You're going to put 1 drop in the corner of each eye. And then what we tell you to do is open your eyes and blink, 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 blink. You're going to know when those drops hit your eyes because it is going to sting. But what you want to do is you want to just deep breathe through it, like a meditative breathing. You want to in through the nose nice and deep and slow, and then out through the mouth. Do not reach up and rub your eyes. The drops actually have like little granules in them. So if you've ever scratched your cornea one time, you know how bad that would hurt. This would be a whole lot of little scratches. Not something you want to do. So you can pat your eye, just don't reach up and rub it. I have my drops, I have my tissues. You can, keep a tissue with you. If somebody's there doing this, kind of putting them in for you and they need to kind of keep your hands down for you, I would advise that. Like I said, overall, it's going to be about 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and you're going to be amazed at how good you feel. Now, Steve is here with me, and I'm going to have him put these in my eyes so that you can kind of watch the experience and watch how red my face gets, because it always happens. And I can kind of talk you through it. Yeah, there was that evil laugh. Now you know why I love him. So I'm just going to lean my chair back, and I'm going to lean my head back, and I've got my eyes closed.
And she's going to keep her eyes closed until I put both drops in the corners of her eye. And the reason is that way you don't get a drop in one eye and then can't do it. Oops, what happened?
I don't think you got him in there. All right.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right.
Put it in the other one.
Now the other one.
Yeah.
Ready? Here we go.
Yep. All right.
All right. Now she's going to blink, blink, blink both eyes. Keep her head back. And you want the medicine to run right around the eyes, all the way back in the eyeball. So you want to keep your head back as much as you can. See how she's breathing through it, because it's stinging pretty good. This is a pretty hot brew here. Now, while she's sitting here kind of letting the pain fade, if you will, if you want to call it pain, it's just a sting. But the beautiful part is it's going to be as strong, or as, how would you say, as painful in the beginning as it's ever going to be. Then it's going to fade, and it's going to fade over a couple of minutes. Now, we're using a dropper here, but sometimes we have to get different types of containers. So bear with us, we're in the middle of the pandemic. Sometimes you can get things, sometimes you can't. So kind of keep that in mind and bear with us as we're working. You see how she's patting her face and her tears, and that's what you're really allowing to happen is for your tears to kind of wash away the granulars. And then everything is fine. And don't be fearful. She's right now. How would you call it, Terry?
Right now it is probably about a 5.
Okay.
One thing you will notice is I'm going to start sounding real nasally because this will also it does affect your sinuses a little bit. My nose will stop up, and then I'll spend the next 10 minutes blowing my nose. But what I'm doing now, since I'm feeling the really intense part of this start to fade, what I'm going to start doing with my eyes closed is I'm going to start moving my eyes around. I'm going to keep them closed, but I'm going to look around. I'm going to look up, down, left, right. I'm just going to start rolling my eyes around. And what that's going to do is that it's going to allow the medicine to work, around my eye better. It's going to reach more locations in my eyeball, and it's actually also going to help reduce the amount of sting that's in it, because the medicine is then being spread over the eye and it doesn't feel like it's concentrated in any one particular area. But the sting now at this point is honestly, I would say maybe about a 2. My eyes just feel, like I said, just kind of like if I had spent all day in a swimming pool, you know, and the eyes feel a little irritated because of the chlorine. Now, after you do it, you know, your eyes will appear pretty red for a minute. You'll look like you smoked about 15 blunts, but that'll go away very, very quickly. And right now there's almost no sting left in my eyes. So that is it with the Sananga.
The one thing I do want to remind everybody, if you are wearing contacts, please take them out, ideally 30 minutes prior to.
Yeah, you want to, you know, you can't use these with the contacts in. And, you know, as far as when you can put the contacts back in, really that's going to be, you know, I tell everybody, give it about 20-30 minutes. When you no longer feel any sting, you no longer feel any of the little granules there in your eyes, then you would be safe to put them back in. But absolutely do not put these in if you've got contacts in your eyes. But you see, I did it. I survived it. The sting is a little intense at first, but I promise you, give it 5-10 minutes after you're done, and it is so, so, so well worth it. You'll feel more balanced. You'll feel more calm. Your eyes are going to feel phenomenal, and they really do help promote good eye health. Thanks for watching.